Hey everyone, I am Yvette, creator of Couture and SewYves, and today we will be working on the uh, Anna dress by the curator Curvy. The pattern is a super easy pattern. It is beginner friendly, and I am going to try my hand at it for the second time. This time I'm going to be making it with this fabric. This is Tony making princess seams today. So wish me luck. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your time here. So I already have my pattern pieces already cut and pinned. So we're going to just jump right into it. I'm going to start by sewing the shoulder seams first, and I'm going to sew everything at a 3/8 seam allowance while using a 3/8 seam allowance. So when sewing princess seams, I have learned that you have to sew with the fabric wrong sides together, and then you're going to press it, flip it inside out, um, cut a little bit of the seam, and trim a little bit off the seam, and then encase that seam. We'll go through it so you'll see what I mean. So right now I'm just sewing the shoulders together. So we're gonna do all of the sewing first, and then I'm gonna take it to the machine, to the iron, and we're gonna press them before we flip the garment inside out to complete the princess seam. So if you're new here, please like the live and follow. You can turn on your notifications so that way you know the next time I'll be on. Oh, let me get rid of this. Hi, how are you? Welcome. How you doing, Latoya? I'm sewing the Anna dress today. This is going to be my make for the BSN challenge. The challenge was to make 3 items with the same machine. So I'm sewing the Anna dress by the Curated Curvy. I made the Tony's beret by B Chantel. This is my beret. It's going to match my dress. And I'm going to be pairing it with a bag. I don't know what bag pattern I'm going to pair it with, but we're going to wing it. And this is all in honor of Black History Month. As we close Black History Month, this is the makes that I'm doing to close it out. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I was energized today. I was like, let me go live real quick. Let me go do a quick live. I'm only going to be on for about till about 7:30. And then I have to do some homework and stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that I get a move on sewing for for the challenge. I wanted to make sure that I participated in it. That's all I got going on. Hold on. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. There's someone else sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. So I think it is due by, I think, the last day of this month actually. So when is that? Tomorrow was today the 26th. So we have 2 more days. So Saturday. like Saturday. So I wanted to make sure I wanted to drop mine in for the challenge for tomorrow. But we'll see. Because this dress doesn't take long to do. It's a quick sew. I've sewed it once before for when I went to Dandy in the City with BSN. That was super fun. And I like the fit of it. So, but this is my first time trying out princess seams. You're gonna make a bag before then? Yes. I'm gonna make a bag. I'm gonna make a bag to match. Because the thing is that it has to be the three items that you make has to be by a black designer. That's number one. And it has to be something that is sold in Black History Month. So starting from February 1st until Saturday the 28th. Um, and it has to be done all on one machine. So if you're sewing on a vintage machine, everything needs to be done on that vintage machine. If you're using industrial, same thing. So, all right. So I got one side done. Before we flip it over and finish the princess seam, I'm gonna do this side now. And again, we're sewing this at a 3/8 seam allowance. So I'm actually making my outfit with the Juki 2010 Q. It's a straight stitch machine, so that's why I chose to do princess seams, because I wanted to make sure that the inside of my garment, if they decided they wanted to check the insides and look at the seams and see if they're crispy and make sure that I did it on one machine. I want to make sure that I don't get disqualified. So, because I think they giving out a couple of coins. I'm trying to win me some money. I'm trying to win me some money. I ain't playing. I think they giving out a couple of coins for the winner. I think it's gonna be two chances to win. I think one chance for everyone, and I think the other chance is for those who are like experts, maybe. I'm not sure what the real rules and regulations are, but I would just want to make sure that I put my bid in. You like the idea? I like the idea too. I thought it was super dope. That's why I was like, I want to participate. So I was like, I know I waited a little bit last minute, but I actually was going to do the Sassy Sweatsuit by Patterns by D. That's what I originally wanted to sew with the beret hat, and a bag. But when I looked at the fabric that I wanted to do it in, I didn't have enough fabric. And I wanted to complete the entire look. I didn't want to just do like the sassy sweatshirt. I wanted to do the complete look. So since that wasn't a go, I kind of dragged my feet for a couple of days, and this dress like just popped in my mind, and I was like, wow, the curator Curvy, she's a black African American pattern designer. I was like, I could do that. Why not just do that dress with this Tony's beret hat, and I'm like, maybe I could do like a black shamir bag or something like that, and wear it with a pair of black boots. I was like, that'll look cute. That's a Paris look. That's a look from Perry. For real. Oh, okay. So I find sewing to be so therapeutic. I mean, I love it. I love it. Even though, you lose your sojo, but, you know, I just think about all of the things that I've created And it's therapeutic. I think it's therapeutic. All right. So now we have the whole dress is put together, right? But now we have to work on the pockets. So I'm going to work on these pockets real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew them on. Since we're on the right side, I'm going to attach it from the right side. And then I'm going to flip the dress inside out. And then we're going to work on it from wrong sides. So let me just sew this on. This is a pocket. And I like to make sure I get up on in there. Let me get that right. Okay. Bingo. That's what we're talking about. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to concentrate a little bit. Okay. Voila. I'm going to move this one out the way. And then I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Hold on. Right there. Right there. Okay. Perfect. Start from here. And then I'm going to sew this at a 3/8. This is one pocket I'm attaching. And then I'm going to try the dress on so we can see what it looks like. Because I'm excited about this one. This is going to be super cute. It's going to be super cute. Let me... So what I did was I pinned the pocket to where I wanted it to be placed. And that kind of works for me. Okay, let me turn this a little bit. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Close the seam out. Okay. So now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to attach this pocket, right? So we want it right there. And we're going to sew it at a 3/8 seam allowance. Okay. And I'm so happy it is almost Friday. Today is Thursday. I'm excited. I can't wait for the weekend. I have some things around the house that I look forward to doing. And then I'm going to go to New York on Saturday to go get my hair done and go hang out with my bestie for a bit. Probably go to like City Island to get some seafood, which is always exciting to do because I love to eat. I am definitely a foodie. Okay, so we have one set of pockets sewed on. Now I'm going to turn this dress over and we're going to work on the set of pockets on this side. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to open this up and make sure that my pocket is properly aligned, in which it is. It looks like it is. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sew this at a 3/8 seam allowance. Let me just make sure. So yeah, I like going over to New York. I'm gonna go over there and decompress a bit, go hang out with my bestie for a while, get some food, some drinks, and let loose a bit, It's been a tough work week. So it'll be good to just get out for a little while. And I always love going to get my hair done. So if it's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get my hair done. My hair and my nails. That's my me time. I be telling my husband all the time, like everything can't go to bills. I gotta get my hair done. That's my me time. That is my me time. So, okay, so now I am at the bottom of this pocket. So, and back up, close it off. Let's do the final pocket. Ooh, it came off. All right. But never frets. We could find our place again. And it's right here. And we're going to sew this on at a 3/8. So let's do this. Where's my... okay, a few minutes. Let me just finish this off. Okay. We're going to start right here. Let's make sure that the other side is not caught up under. You want to make sure that we always have 2 pieces of fabric under the needle. I want to make sure that I don't have anything else under there. And I'll make sure that I keep everything lined up. We're going to start at the very tip, and we are going to straight stitch this down. Go back. Okay. There we go. And I made this dress in the summertime. I made it last summer for Dandy in the City with BSN. And I made it out of denim. And it was such a dope outfit. I wore it with my yellow shamir bag, which I call it a lemon head because it was so yellow. It's one of my most popular bags. And I wore it with some Chuck Taylors, and it came out to be a very nice outfit. So this is the dress so far. I'm going to press it now. Then we're going to flip it inside out so that we can finish off the princess seams. So let me press these seams and set these threads. So I'm just going to press. I'm going to press here. This one sewed. I'm going to start with the seams. Turn it sideways. Press. Press. So now when I learned about how to finish these seams by doing the princess seam method, I was like, that sounds like a pretty good idea for days like this where they challenge you to do an outfit on one machine. And if you only have a straight stitch machine, the princess seams is a dope way, a really nice way to finish off your seams on the inside of your garments so that they look nice and crisp. Okay. Let me press this fabric a little bit. I can't wait to see the whole look come together. think it's going to be such a cute outfit. Um, okay, and let me press a little bit in the back and straighten this out. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this inside out. Yeah, so I'm going to turn this inside out. And now we are going to, let me press this again. So when I do the princess seams, it'll look real clean. Now I'm going to also use some binding because this dress actually calls for using facings. I don't really like the whole facings thing. I'm not a facings type of girl. I think that the facing it usually either climbs up or you can see it. I'd rather finish off my seams with either a serger using the princess seams, which we're going to try today, or using binding, or I won't use anything at all and just do like double stitches to secure my stitch, but yeah. I'm finished up, but I'm using my Oliso iron. I have a big Oliso iron. I would like to get a small one, but this big one is just gonna have to do its justice until I invest into the smaller one. Okay, I'm just pressing the seams so that way they'll be nice and crispy. Okay, so now that we have our seams pressed, we are going to encase the seam that we did on the right side of the fabric. We're going to encase it on the wrong side, and that's how we're going to finish those seams. I'm going to do that at let's see, I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. Maybe I should do, no, I want to leave it like that. I'm going to do it at 3/8 again. So just to make sure that it stays. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Okay. And then let's start here. Was that enough? Oh, perfect. Okay. Let's do that again. on the other side. If you're new here, please like the live, and you can subscribe, turn on your notifications so you'll know when I'm on. I appreciate you guys keeping me company while we watch this garment come together. Okay. Let's take a look. We are almost finished with this dress. The only thing I'm probably going to leave last is the hemming and um and the binding, because I need to cut some binding out. But at least we'll be able to see most of the garment come together. Perfect. Now we're going to come down here and finish her off. And make sure this pocket is not in the way. And we'll start here. Now, one thing I noticed that I did not do in the beginning of this live was to lower my stitch length. So right now I am sewing this at a 4. My stitch length is at a 4 on this Juki 2010Q. But even still, because I'm doing the princess seams, it seems like I'll be okay with that stitch length. Seems like I'll be okay. Okay, so we have one side done, and as you can see, the insides are perfect. So I'm going to try the same thing on this side now. Let's try this out. Did I do? Nope. Let's do this side. Oh, yeah, I did do the shoulders. Now let's do this side. And we're sewing the princess seam. I might be doing it a little too thick, as far as in using a 3/8 seam allowance on the princess seam. But this is my first time really playing around with the princess seam, so I figured I'd keep the same, width as the stitches that we did when it was right sides together, because I want to make sure that my raw edges are hidden. I want to make sure that my raw edges are hidden, because otherwise I would have been using a serger and they would have been hidden. Well, not hidden, but they would have been cleaner, right? You're going to see serger threads, but Okay, I'm going to press these seams now so that they set in. And then we're going to work on the pockets. Okay. So I did that part. Now I'm going to flip her inside out so that the outsides are showing. This is the dress. Now we have to work on the pockets. And actually, I think we need to turn her inside out. But before we turn her back inside out, let's top stitch the pockets. We're going to top stitch it from this side. I think I'm going to press this real quick. We're going to top stitch it, and then we're going to turn it back over to the other side. In the meantime, I am going to adjust this so we can so we can press it before we top stitch it. Okay. So now I'm pressing the other side of the pocket. Now we're going to top stitch. Let's top stitch it real quick so to stay in place. And I'm going to top stitch it at 1/8 of an inch. So I want to make sure that top stitches from there. Let's start here. And then I'm going to lower my needle. And we're going to top stitch 1, 2, 3, back, 1, 2, 3, now forward. I am using an 1/8 of a foot, and I am sewing at 1/8 of an inch. Just top stitching the pocket down. We got one pocket top stitched. Let's clean this up. It's little fuzzy threads. Let's do the other side now. We're going to top stitch this side. And we're going to do the same thing. Starting there, needle down. 1, 2, 3. I gotta tell you, I like princess seams. I like the way they look. This is my first time really playing around with it, but I like it. I like the way it looks. Let me make sure this looks good. All right, so we have one pocket almost done because I have to I have to do this. I can do this one this side. Well, I gotta go to the other side anyway, so let me finish and then we can clean it up afterwards. So now I'm gonna work on this pocket, which we're gonna top stitch. And then after we top stitch, I'm going to press, and then we are going to turn the dress inside out to close the pocket. But right now I am going to press this pocket so I can top stitch it. Making sure that I get the seam. Okay, so I'm gonna top stitch this one real quick. All right, I'm gonna go from here, needle down, top stitch 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's press the other side. And then we're going to turn it over to close the pockets. Okay. Have it turned over. Now we're going to top stitch this last pocket. I'm going to top stitch this last pocket here. Okay. So now we have the pockets top stitched. I'm going to turn the dress inside out, and we are going to work on closing the pockets. Right now the pockets are open. We're going to close them. So what I'm going to do is all we need to do is just put them right sides together. And this is not following the exact pattern. Like I said, I omitted the facings on the pattern because I wanted to do some princess seams and I wanted to do some binding. So I omitted that stuff. But right now, I'm going to clip my pocket together, right sides together, and we're going to close off the pocket. It doesn't need that many clips. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So I'm just matching up my raw edges. The pocket is just going to come together because it's the same shape. So we're going to do that. I'm going to bring this side together. This can go here. Smooth it out a bit so it can be neat. Okay. Just going to just put a few. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do is I am going to smooth her out a bit, shake her out. And I'm going to sew at a 3/8 seam allowance. So I'm going to start here. Yeah, right here. And we're going to go in here. There's backspace. 1, 2, 3. Let's go forward. Let's see if this is a 3/8. Yes, it is. So now we're going to continue to sew around the pocket. I'm just making sure that everything under here is smooth. Okay. Let's do that. Making sure it's smooth. We're going to go around this pocket at a 3/8. I'm just making sure that the edges are matched. And let's go. Let's do it. Make sure that it's nice and smooth. Bring this around. Make sure you're smoothing out the pocket as you go along. Smooth out the pocket as you go along. Smooth it out. I just turn with the fabric. I don't force it. I just guide it. Make sure your fabric is smooth. Now we're coming up to the close of the pocket. Just making sure that everything under is where it should be. Oh, okay. Make sure the pocket is smooth. Okay. And now we're going to close her up. Make sure everything under is smooth so you don't get no bunching. Right? One more. Let's see, is one more 3/8. Let's see. Yup. Perfect. And I'm just going to come down the 3/8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 to secure it and bring her home. Let's close her up. We got one pocket sealed. Let's work on the other pocket now. With this pocket, I'm going to go to where my 3/8 seam is at. 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3, bring it forward. Now we're going to come up maybe 1, 2, turn the fabric and see if that is a 3/8 seam allowance, because we want to make sure we stay consistent with the seam allowances. And yes, that ended up to be a 3/8. So now I'm going to straighten out my fabric under to make sure everything is smooth and we don't get any bunching or puckering. And we're going to sew 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then forward. So basically I just forward stitch, back stitch, and forward stitched. And now I am straightening out my pocket and we're going to close her up, staying at a 3/8 seam allowance. Keep that same, make sure that fabric is still flat and not puckering. Smooth her out. Turn the fabric as your fabric pivots under the needle. Make sure that pocket is nice and smooth. And keep going. We're coming to the close of this pocket. Then we're going to press it and then I'm going to try it on. Because once I try it on, the only thing left to do is to basically hemming and binding. Hemming and binding. That's the only thing we have left to do. I'm going to move this out the way. I'm going to turn it and make sure that I am back at an 1/8 seam allowance. Okay. Now that the pockets are sewn together, I am going to press it. Let me press the other side. see what we got. I think I'm gonna press a little bit more. Come in. Let me see something. Wait, let me do that instead. Let me see that. Hey Armina, how are you? How are you? I'm just sitting here sewing my look for the BSN challenge. I am finishing up my dress. I am making the Anna dress by the Curated Curvy with my Tony's beret hat, which I made last night. This is the hat. I'm making the dress to match. And then I'm going to pair it with a bag. I just don't know what bag, but I'm going to pair it with a bag. So I am practicing princess seams right now. I try to study. I gave up my books today real quick just so I could do this live. When I'm done with this live, I'm going to go and stick my nose right back into a book and get my assignment submitted. I'm ahead of the game so far, so I thought I'd do this live real quick and do my look so I could post it, because I haven't been posting lately because things are, life is life. But I wanted to make sure that I participate in this Black History Month challenge. So, yeah. I'm almost done with this dress though. I'll show you what it looks like once I turn it out. It's another woven pattern, beginner friendly. I did this dress once and I just thought that the Tony Beret hat would look super cute with this dress. So I was like, let me just make it. Let me just make it and see how it looks, how it comes out. So I'm practicing princess seams. I saw Shamir had did a post on princess seams the other day. And I was like, you know what, let me try that. Because I think the challenge for BSN was you had to do all three items for Black History Month had to be done on the same machine. So since I am on a straight stitch, I was like, let me encase my raw edges into a princess seam. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is true. I mean, and that's the thing, that's the problem that we have. We have like these hips that, it'll fit everywhere else, but once it comes to the hips, it's like it throws everything off. So this is the dress. I think it came out really cute. I'm gonna try it on. But I did my top stitching already. My seams look pretty clean, right? For my first time playing with princess seams. I'm gonna try it on real quick and see what it looks like with the hat. I'll be back. Let's see what the fit looks like. So I was gonna wear this with like a turtleneck or like a fitted t-shirt under in the color blue with the hat. So let me try it on and let's see how it's gonna look. Let me step out this room a second. I'm going to the bathroom. Oh, doesn't this look cute? I'm definitely not fitting a um a shirt under this because it's already kind of snug. But isn't this cute? This is it, y'all. And look, I have the hat on. Let me turn it. Hold on. This is how it looks with the hat. I can't move this chair. Let's see. Can I move it out of the way? Let's see. Check it out. You like it? I'm not gonna be able to fit a turtleneck under here because you see, it's already like because I did the princess seam, it's already a little snug. I was thinking of Chandler because I have this one that I made the other day. I have this one that I made the other day. but it's not the right color. It's not the right color. I have this one that I made the other day. So I was going to do the sassy sweatsuit, and I was going to do this bag with the sassy sweatsuit, and I had made a black leather Tony's beret to match. But when I went to pull out the fabric, I only had enough fabric to either make the sassy sweatshirt or the sassy sweatpants. I did not have enough fabric to do both. So um I kind of was stuck for like 2 days trying to figure out like what am I gonna make that I can use and wear from a black pattern designer. And then it just came to me, just do the dress. This blue shamir bag right here, I could do this one, but I think BSS said that the bag had to be made, I think, in February. I think I did this bag earlier. When I did that bag, I think I did that bag in February. I might even do that one because I have some blue Uggs that I can pair it with. So maybe I will. But this is the dress, though. I think it came out super cute. Yeah. Now I could definitely do this. I could definitely do this shamir bag. Let's see. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, look. Bam. That's gonna be my look. I was gonna do what I thought. I was under the impression that the challenge was three three items by black pattern designers, right? It had to be made by February 1st to the end of the month, and it had to be on one machine. So I chose my Juki 2010 because I know that machine, I could do bags and I could do woven clothes on it as long as it's just a straight, because it's just a straight stitch machine. And I know they were talking about you can't use sergers and stuff like that. So I was like, let me just do the dress and I'll do the princess seams to hide my seams, my raw edges. So I did that. And yeah. I think this looks cute, y'all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, I think I would wear like a pair of leggings under this. Um, because it seems like I gained a little more weight and my butt is pushing the skirt to be a mini. So I think I'm gonna put probably either a pair of tights or a pair of leggings, maybe some dark blue leggings, or maybe I could find some, like, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But I have 2 days to post. Yeah. I think it might be because remember, that other account is doing a challenge too. The BH something. What is it? Let me see. Cause yes, the Black History Pattern Designers. This page. Yeah, so it's like 2 or 3. Listen, I'm tagging everybody. I'm like, this is my outfit. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all do what you will. I'm tagging everybody and whoever, and hopefully I win because I don't never win. I don't never win. So hopefully I win. But I did do like the top stitching on the pocket. I think this looks cute together though. I think this looks real cute together. Yeah. I probably don't even need no tights on this, just right under my behind. It looks perfect. Thank you. So I think the only thing I have left to do is I just need to finish the raw edges on the neck and on the sleeve. I'm going to do like some binding to it. Um yeah, and then I just need to finish off, do like a hem on the bottom to close it out. But I think this is pretty good. This is as good as it's gonna get. And not for nothing, I'm glad that I was able to find something to use this fabric on because I got this fabric from good old Joanne. Let her rest in peace. Good old Joanne's before she closed. So this is great. This worked out perfect. But that's gonna be my look. I did make another bag. I made a bag the other day. This was my first time doing the pattern. I'm gonna show it to you in a second. Hold on. Jeez. All right. All right. So this is the bag that I made the other day. And I'm super excited about it. I think I'm gonna drop this bag in the summertime. This is the Bonnie Bucket by Swoon Patterns. I thought it was super cute. Jeez. Had that on lockdown just now. Oh. So I made this bag the other day. It is by Swoon. I was hoping that I was able to use this, but she's not a black pattern designer. So but I made this bag the other day. This is super cute. This is gonna probably be one of my summertime staples this summer. She has a zipper pocket and just I didn't put any pockets on the inside because she just has the zipper pocket here. But yeah, I just made this the other day. I was like, oh, she is super cute. I needed a bag for every day running around. For every day running around, this one was great. So I'm probably going to make a few more and then I'm going to put it on my website for sale. Yeah. So that's all I got. That's all I got, Armina. And everybody else who's in here. See, I like this. This is so cute. Super cute. Yes, it's a nice size bag. It's nice, but I don't want to give that bag too much promo right now because we're still in Black History Month. So it's all about the Shamir bag or or the Chandler fanny pack. The Chandler fanny pack, I'm definitely going to be making some more. I made 2 of them this week. One of them sold. I'm keeping this one for myself. All these bags you see hanging here, these are for me. These are my bags. I like to make myself a bag in addition to the ones that I make for sale because when I go outside, I am the walking brand. So I try to make sure that whatever bags I make one for myself to go outside, hang out, and be fashionable because that's basically, what gets me my money when I'm outside. So I keep myself a couple of bags. So I have this one. I made this one not too long ago. She's super cute. I think I'm gonna use this one to pair with one of the fabrics that I got from Minerva. Um, and that'll be, yeah, that'll be a part of one of my Minerva looks. I don't like taking pictures in the wintertime outside. I'm not going outside to take no pictures. So I'm just basically creating. And when the weather gets a little bit nicer, like it was today was a nice day to go outside and take pictures. So I did that. Um, but yeah, I try to like I'm my own walking brand. So I make a bag for myself and then I make a duplicate and be like, okay, this is the only one that's out. Um, and then I'll keep a couple of, bags, maybe about 2 or 3 bags I'll keep in my car. Usually I'll keep a black in my car, any bag that's black. I usually keep like a neutral, and I keep a bag that has color, like pop. So when I go to New York and people see my bag, whatever I'm carrying and wearing, they like, oh, I like that. When I see you again, I'm gonna buy a bag. I'll be like, well, you see me now. I got like 3 of them in the car right now. And I try to make sure that I have a black, a neutral, and a popping color to like basically you're not gonna say no. You're not gonna say no. I'm gonna have a color for you. um yeah, I don't be playing. I don't be playing. Because sometimes I'll be around like, like my husband and his friends, and some of his friends, they like to buy, things for like their girls, their side chicks, their daughters, mothers, their sisters. Like it's always a birthday. So I always try to keep something that's like affordable, not too much money. I'm never going to put too much into a bag to where it's going to cost an arm and a leg where you're going to be like, no, I don't want that. It's too expensive. So I usually try to keep something that's like within range, nothing less than 100, nothing more than 200. Maybe about 225 or something like that. I'll keep that price range in my car. Um, so that way, I got a price that's appealing. Sometimes people get the drink and they start fronting like, oh, I would buy that for my girl. Oh, you would? Pop that trunk. I got this color for her. What's her favorite color? Yeah. So, yeah. But I like the way this came out. This is super cute. I think, and I can see myself wearing this. You know what I mean? I can see myself wearing this for the long haul. And my mom came to see me today and she had one of these hats on. And I said, Mom, I said, what do you call that hat? I said, they call that hat a beret online. And she was like, this is a Frenchy hat. If it don't have the little thing in the middle, it's not a beret. It's like, oh no. My mom is a mess, but I like this hat. This is super cute. And I think it looked real cute with the outfit, with the dress. I'm admiring it. And then I turn it over and I look at the seams. Look, and I got the seam encased. So, yeah, I love it. I saw you. I think you made one in denim, didn't you? You made one in denim? Yeah, I think somebody made it in denim. Yeah, it was you. Yeah. I like it. It was cute. And then I made it in the leather. Look how it looks in leather. Cause I was gonna wear this with the sassy sweatshirt because I love the whole shoulder hanging out, the whole shoulder exposed. I love it. I'm gonna make it one day. Let me get to it. I was gonna do it in this juicy couture fabric I have, but I don't have enough. But yeah, let me see. This is the leather one. This give me Black Panther vibes. This give me Black Panther vibes. Look how cute that is. It's just yes, it's just so I was gonna do it with the sassy sweats. I was gonna come through. Then I looked, I said, I ain't got no more damn, that messed up that outfit. I was like, damn, why didn't I have enough? I was like, oh man. Hey Renee, I was like, oh man. But I think it looks cute like that. Like, I was like, oh, I don't have enough fabric. Yes, it did. It did. But at least I got three of my makes done to do the binding on this. So I'm probably gonna do the binding. I'm not gonna do it tonight because I gotta get ready to cook dinner. And yeah, I'm still gonna make it. I'm still gonna do the binding. I'll probably do it tomorrow because tomorrow's what, the 27th. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Yeah. But so that's how it came out. You see my dress, Renee? I made the Anna dress to go with Tony's beret for the BSN challenge. And I'm doing I'm gonna pair it with my blue shamir bag. That's gonna be my look for the BSN challenge. I was gonna do a navy blue. I was gonna do a navy blue like turtleneck under, but because I did princess seams, it took away from the ease of my fabric, so I don't have enough space. So I'm gonna have to just wear it like that. But yeah, thank you. That's gonna be my look. That's gonna be my look with the blue shamir. Yeah. Oh, come on, Renee. I know you could whip something up. First of all, Miss Bagmaker, you have bags that you have made in the month of February that is yours. So you automatically have an item. You just need to do two more items. That's it. And today is the 26th. You got 2 days to do two items. You could do something quick, do a beret, and do something. But it can't be self-drafted. If it's self-drafted, it doesn't count, I don't think. I think it has to be by a pattern designer, a black pattern designer. It has to be no, it doesn't. Does it? Cause I'm just gonna wear this with the hat, and I'm gonna pair it with the bag. The boots ain't gonna match. The boots is gonna be black, but oh well. Cause I don't know. My blue Uggs might not. My blue Uggs will match the bag, but it's not gonna match the outfit. There's too much blues going on. So that's what I'm saying. You a black pattern designer, and I know you made bags in the month of February. So you already have one. She said it has to be an outfit. So what? My bag don't count. My Shamir bag better count. Shamir bag better count. Shamir. Shamir get front seat. Oh, Carm. Tell Carmen to make some a three-piece out. So I gotta make one more. Damn, what else I'm gonna make then? Cause I was gonna do that, the hat, and the dress. Hey Shamir. It's three pieces, right? So I was gonna do my Shamir, my hat, and my dress. Yes. Not Carb over here causing havoc, and she ain't even on the live. Yeah. Cause I was gonna do the sassy sweatsuit. Then I was like, I ain't got no more damn fabric. Damn. So I was like, I'm gonna do the dress. So I did the dress tonight. The only thing I gotta do is just the I just gotta do the binding, finish off the bottom. I learned from Shamir, so I did my encased, I did my princess seams to hide my raw edges because I think everything has to be done on one machine. So I'm using my 2010. I'm just trusting I'm trusting Old Faithful here. Thank you, Shamir. Yeah, I did it with I'm doing the Tony's beret. This is how it looks with my hat. Got my hat. Got my hat with the dress, right? I top stitched my pockets. I just have to do the at the bottom. I was learning from you guys, Shamir, because I saw your post earlier this week, I think it was, and you guys were like saying that you were checking the insides of the seams. I was like, let me try my hand at the princess seams because I'm always surging. You was gonna make Minerva and shorten it, but you have too much going on. Oh, okay. Is the Minerva one like that? The caftan that has the opening under the arms or something like that? Is that what that is? Minerva. Yes, it's a caftan. Okay. I haven't made that yet. I want to try to make it one of these days. Yeah. I was stuck though. I was gonna do I really wanted to do the sassy sweatsuit because I love the whole like falling off your shoulder shirt or whatever. I really like that and I wanted to do it, but I didn't have enough fabric. I need to really like increase the yardage when I'm buying fabric. I need to get like I need to do like a 3 yard minimum or a 5 yard minimum so that way I know I have enough. But this fabric, I got this fabric from Joann's before she was laid to rest. And this fabric was just sitting in the closet. So I thought this was the perfect opportunity. Like the temperature outside is okay for this fabric. It's nice and soft. Um yeah, so yeah, but the dress came out cute. It feels like a little mini though. Like if I've been let me see. Yeah, if I bend over, it's like gonna show my butt. So I'm probably gonna wear like a pair of tights under, maybe like some tights or some leggings, maybe in a contrasting color, and see how it's gonna look. But I'm gonna definitely finish the binding. I'm gonna finish the binding probably tomorrow. Hopefully, I got this blue fabric that I could do the binding in. But that's gonna be a first too because I never did binding on a garment before. So that's gonna be a first for me as well. Oh yeah, that'll look cute. I think that'll look nice. Now the Minerva, is that your pattern or is that somebody else's pattern? Or is that Minerva's pattern? Oh, it's your pattern. Okay. Okay. Let me see it. Hold on. It's on your website. So what would it be? Let me see. I haven't been on your website in a while. Hold on. Sewing patterns, PDF. Oh yeah, it's called the Minerva Butterfly Caftan. How many yards of fabric that takes? You made it twice. How many yards of fabric does it take? Is it a knit? Oh, you could do woven or knit. Let me buy this pattern. Let me buy this pattern. Hold on. Wait, it's all sizes, right? Because I made a mistake. I was on Dee's website. I bought the sassy sweatsuit like months ago, maybe like last year. And I didn't realize that the pattern I had bought was just like a small and a medium. So I had to turn around and buy it again. It's all sizes or because I needed the large. Let me buy it right now. Hold on. I want to do this pattern. I saw it and I was like, wow, that's cute. Um, I just ordered it, Renee. Um, no, that's cute. If anybody wants to do it with me one day, let me know. Um, I could do it in sometime in March. You're welcome. I could do it sometime in March. I did finish it. You want to see a Latoya look? It's not all the way finished. I just need to do the binding and hem, but that's how it came out. That's how it came out. Yeah. You're welcome, Renee. If anybody wants to do if anybody wants to do that caftan with me, let me know. I'll be able to do it sometime in March. Yes, it looks cute, right? With the little right. It came out super cute. I was like, oh shoot. And I did the princess seams, but because I did the princess seams, I'm not gonna be able to fit the turtleneck under. But it's okay. I can wear it like that. I can wear it just like this. Listen, it's gonna work. We're gonna make it work. Yeah. Yeah, I did the front. Yes, I learned from you, Shamir. I did front seams and everything. This was my first time. Now, let me tell you, I know with the front. Let me ask you a question. I'm all over the place. Let me ask you a question. When doing the French seams, is there a seam allowance that you need to keep to? Because I saw your video and you said to sew it wrong sides together. Then you said to I think you need to trim the seam and then turn the item inside out and enclose it. So what is the seam allowance that I needed to keep? Because I didn't keep today, I winged it, but I'm gonna be honest. But I didn't know there was like a I knew that it has to be a seam allowance. I just didn't know what it was. I thought it was 3/4. If the seam allowance is 5/8, you would sew at a fourth and then 3/8. Oh, if the seam allowance is 5/8, you would sew at a fourth and then 3/8. Okay. Well, this is what I did. Listen, and don't judge me. At least my insides is clean, okay? This is what I did. That's how much I did. Can y'all see it? So basically, I did a 3/8. And then when I turned it over, I noticed that I didn't get everything. So I turned it back over and did another stitch to make sure that it was encased. All right, that was my first time. I'm gonna get it next time. But thank you, Shamir, for posting that video because that video um it helped me because I remember Carmen was like, you can't you have to sew everything on one machine. And I'm like, damn, I only have a straight stitch and I don't want to sew a bag on my other machine that has all the stitches in it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do what Shamia posted the other day. I was like, I'm gonna try my hand at the French seam and see how I work. And not for nothing, it gave me some nice clean edges. Look at my insides. My seam might be a little bit thick, but at least they hitting. My seam might be a little bit thick, but at least they hitting. Sure. Yeah. But all right, y'all. It is 7:30. It's time for me to log off and go get dinner going, get some homework done, and move on. Renee time. So wrong sides together, sew at 1/4, then right sides together, sew at 3/8, and that gives me my full 5/8. Okay. Let me take a picture of that so I don't forget. Let me take a picture of that so I don't forget. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna put that caftan on my calendar. I'll keep everyone posted when I'm ready to make it. Um, how many pages is it, Renee? Do I gotta paste a lot of pages together? How many pages? Is it like 70 pages? It looks like it's 70 pages. Looks like it's gonna be 70 pages. Okay. We can sew it together. I'll keep you posted. She said, yeah, sorry. I knew it. It's gonna take me like an hour just to put it together. Get it printed at Blue Cup Shop. Okay. I'll send it out. I'll send it out probably not this week, maybe next week. I'll send it out to her to print it out for me. The projector file, I could use that with any projector because I do have a Dito machine and a Dito projector. And I really need to use it. I hate it, but I need to use it because I spent a lot of money on it when it first came out. And it's just sad to see that that machine went from close to $1,000 to as little as probably 300 bucks. So I'm not sure. It's been a very, I think I used that projector like maybe 2 or 3 times because I did not like the patterns that um we had access to. So I really didn't use it anymore. I'm sure that, they probably have made upgrades since I've last purchased that projector. So I'll check and see if it does. I'll check to see if it does allow me to use my own patterns. It would be nice because that machine was really expensive. It was like almost a grand when it first came out. And I was so like, I want it, I want it, I want it. Then I ended up buying it. And I was so disappointed. I was disappointed. I mean, it's a great idea. I was just disappointed that I had all these patterns and I wasn't able to upload it at that time. I don't know if things change. If they allow you to use your own patterns, then I can use the projector file to, okay. I'm going to try it and see. I'm going to try it and see. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted if I'm able to do it. I'll keep you posted. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to log off. Thank you for keeping me posted and for keeping me company. Wow. Oh, this red light scared the crap out of me with this iron. Um, Thank you for hanging out with me while I sewed the dress. And I need to get a mount so I can use my projector I bought 3 years ago and never opened. Sounds like we got the same story. um, so yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. For those who are new, if you're in here, please like the live and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll know when I'm on. And if you're here for bag making, you're in the right place. If you're here for garment making, you're in the right place. So, all right, y'all. I am going to talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.